Welcome to Simply Ian, where depth meets simplicity. I'm Ian, and this channel is your space for thoughtful reflections, soulful insights, and meaningful conversations. Whether we're exploring the mysteries of the human spirit, diving into philosophical questions, or just sharing life's quiet wonders, this is a place for seekers, thinkers, and kindred hearts. If you're someone who values authenticity, curiosity, and connection, you're in the right place. Subscribe, stay inspired, and let's grow together, simply but deeply rooted in life.
42 days of learning, loving, and living. This is not just a series. It's a pilgrimage in sound, a slow-burning unraveling of the soul. Each day I press record not to teach, but to remember. To gather the scattered fragments of my becoming, the quiet triumphs, the aching questions, the laughter that echoed in empty rooms, and the tears that baptized my growth.
In a quiet location tucked along one of the winding arteries of the Pasig River in Santa Ana, Manila, right by the weathered houses lining Fernando Street, lived a young man named Kevin. He was a dreamer, not the loud kind, not the kind who shouted his hopes into the world. He dreamed in silence. He labored over visions in his rugged, his sun-warm world. He stared at the sky and saw stories in the clouds, not just shapes, but destinies. But Kevin was surrounded by a circle that didn't dream. His barcotters spent their nights at the same sorry store, laughing at the same jokes, drinking the same cheap gin, and complaining about the same things: the government, the heat, the traffic, the unfairness of life. Their conversations revolved round shallow accomplishments, girls, pranks, fights. They weren't bad people. They were just stuck. And slowly, Kevin felt himself sinking too. One night, after another round of empty laughter, Kevin walked home under flickering street lamps, all wasted. He passed the old basketball court, now cracked and overgrown. He paused by the rusted railroad tracks enclosed with a fence to avoid informal settlers. That rail that once carried dreams to distant places. He remembered how, as a kid, he used to play there alone, imagining himself as a doctor, a politician, a professional racer. Back then, he believed in something bigger. That night, woke up all sweaty, looking at that mirror right beside his mat in his torts-acquired decision. I need to climb that fence. Kevin didn't make a dramatic exit. He simply started spending more time online, learning about motorcycles, engines, and the art of building something from scratch. He found forums where people talked about ideas, not gossip, people who asked, "What are you building?" instead of "Who are you blaming?" With no money, no credibility, and no formal training, Kevin began. He started troubleshooting bikes on the street, earning small payments and big lessons. He got a chance to work at a newly established shop until it caught fire and was gone. But Kevin didn't stop. He mastered what he could and built his own shop in a cramped space along an interior road. Slowly, he acquired tools and trust and hired people. He was no longer fixing bikes. He was building a future. Default text at first. His old friends teased him.
Iba ka na talaga, Kevin Team Payaman.
And he smiled.
Kasi kailangan ni, alam mo naman tayo, pre!
Years passed. Kevin became an entrepreneur with 3 motorcycle shops. His bikes won races, from street circuits to professional tours, and that same bar collar who once laughed at his dreams is now back with him. He got them to the same path. They didn't work for him. They worked with him. Together, they built something real, with guidance, friendship, and shared purpose. One of them messaged him, "Bro, we are proud of you. Keep it at man." Kevin replied,
Kaya niyo rin, tol! Kailangan natin umakyat, kailangan na natin makising sa katotohanan! Pre-kilos na! Titirain na natin to, baka tirain pa iba!
Moral of the story, Kevin learned not only by embracing the good, but by discerning its quiet lessons, those that uplift, guide, and illuminate. Yet Kevin did not turn away from the bad. Kevin studied its shadows. He traced its edges, and let it teach me what must not be, what must be transformed. From both light and darkness, he gathered wisdom. From both triumph and mistake, he shaped his path. He did not walk away to abandon love, he walked forward because he believed in it. Sometimes, to honor what you love, you must leave it as it is, so you can return stronger, wiser, and capable of lifting them higher. Growth demands distance, not to forget, but to reimagine. Not to sever, but to sow. Choose a circle that waters your roots and stretches your branches. It is creating you. He understood this and chose not to remain in a space that dulled his spirit. Instead, he became the kind of environment that nurtures growth, not stagnant, not passive, but alive, intentional and transformative. He became the soil, the sunlight, the storm, the conditions in which his vines could rise.
Lesson 5. The people around you shape your future. Look at the people you spend the most time with, your friends, your circle, your environment. Whether you realize it or not, they are shaping your thoughts, your habits, and your future. If you are surrounded by people who complain, you will learn to complain. If you are surrounded by people who dream small, you will shrink your dreams to match theirs. If you are surrounded by people who are afraid to change, you will stay where you are. But this will depend on how you take it. You take yourself responsible for them, guide them, and be the light. My father once taught us, it's not bad to hang out with people, even if they're all a bunch of failures. As long as you're the leader, you lead them to greatness. And whatever happens, remember, you have no one. No one else to blame but yourself. He believed that your circle is either your energy or your anchor, so choose to be the light. Use your strength not to dominate, but to guide. If you truly love them, lead them, lift them. Shape the path where progress can walk beside loyalty. Because real leadership isn't about leaving people behind. It's about bringing them forward. The truth is, growth isn't always gentle. Sometimes you have to step away from the people you love, not out of anger, not out of pride, but because you are growing and they are not. And growth, real growth, needs space. Like a tree that sheds its leaves, not to abandon them, but to nourish the soil for something new. You distance yourself not to leave them behind, but to become strong enough to return and carry them forward. Because love isn't, it is necessary. So that you get though muster enough strength for the return of the comebacks, says Eros. Choose friends that can serve as an example, good, bad, or even very ugly, not just those that are righteous or intelligent or popular. If there is no darkness, there is no light. Choose to serve your purpose here on earth. However, you should beware of applause that echoes hollow. Not everyone who claps when you win wants you to keep winning. Some cheer with smiles, but secretly hope you stumble. Plastic personalities, brittle loyalty. Choose better. Choose those who grow with you, not just watch you. Those who build beside you, not just bask in your light. Real progress is forged in shared effort, not silent envy. So surround yourself with people who rise when you rise, who work when you work, who dream not just for themselves, but with you. Because the right circle doesn't just celebrate your victories. They help you earn them. These are your real friends. Choose a circle that makes you better, not smaller. Because your environment is not just influencing you, it is creating you.